Okay. Let's see. Is this all working? This all working? Looks like it is. That is loaded. Yeah. Let's go. Very exciting week 3 game today. Coming off a huge comeback win last week, trying to get our foot in this race for the playoffs. Get a hopeful win streak going. Would be very nice. But this is going to be a big game playing against a team. I believe this was a team we played against before in the fall. Will y'all be streaming, and are you okay if we do as well with appropriate delay? Yeah. Um. Yeah. But we played this team. I believe this was our first game last fall, and we kind of got wrecked. So we will be entering in as a new team, hoping to get revenge for our previous match. And I think the scratchy mic from last time is still present, but not as bad. I'm not sure it's fully away. Really? We have Steam? Steam's open? But I don't think it's nearly as bad. We did a couple adjustments. Had the sound team adjust the thing, and got the green light from the director. So I hope you can't hear me guzzling water. Of course, of course. Okay. So yeah, looks like we've got the enemy jungler is master tier, which is, I mean, on paper it's like, oh my god, right? Master jungler. But in reality, it only is just above diamond, and you know, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever. Water bottle ASMR. Well, whatever. I just want to drink. I'll just mute when I drink, I guess. But everyone's here. I've got my Bandle missions. Let's go. Draft lol. Uh-oh. I don't know why some teams do this, but they like draft in a secondary website instead of using the tournament draft in-game. Hopefully I'll have access to it. Otherwise we'll just get to have a little surprise when we get into the game. Preferably, I would like to use the one that's built in. Yeah, me too. I like that idea. These accounts are so high level. 821. 887. This account, level 3. My own account's like level 200. I gotta get grinding. But I guess we should talk about what to expect for today's game. So, we're going into this game off of a big comeback win last week and looking to try and continue this streak of winning, or at least having solid games where it's not, a blowout. So, for me, it'd be equally as important to have a close game, and regardless of if we lose or win, at least we were able to, be close, so we know we're not off completely, off kilter. But if that is the case, then it, losing 2-1 and all three games are close games is not the end of the world. But if it's a 2-0 and it's a massacre, then that's unfortunate. But it is what it is, and I'm excited to see what we've got. We had a whole week of practice to improve. I'm probably going to see some new champs. Obviously, there's a new enemy team, so that I'm going to see a whole new list of whatever they're going to be playing, and I don't know what they're going to play. If I remember correctly from scouting, one of them is a... Ooh, yeah, I don't remember. Someone was like a turbo one trick, I thought. Oh, Fiora. Their top laner just spans Fiora. So, I'm expecting a Fiora ban, and probably a Shaco ban. I think their jungler plays a lot of Shaco. So that's what I'm looking at. In this banning phase, from them, I'm not sure. Yeah, there's Fiora. I know taking away Caitlyn from our ADC is probably going to happen, but unsure if they're actually going to be worried about it. Who knows? I don't know. Happened last. Taking away Sheepy's Jace. Yep, fair enough. They didn't take away Caitlyn. Wow, I was spot on with the bans. They didn't take away Caitlyn last series until the third game. They kind of kicked her ass with it in the second game, and then, well, they're like, well, that's a problem. Why don't we stop that? Udyr, yeah, Udyr's kind of 1v9, so that's fair. So 2 pretty much targeted Sheepy bans, which is fair enough. We're taking away Ori. Aatrox, okay, yeah, Aatrox was a big problem in game 1 last series. Okay, there's the Caitlyn first pick. So they didn't take away Caitlyn, so they're not worried about it right now. It could change, like last series. Like I just said, I mean, all it takes one game, Jared gets fed and kicks their ass, and then it's like, well, what do we do? Gotta ban Caitlyn. There's Ezreal. So Ezreal is kind of annoying. He's like a fly, like a mosquito. Hard to crush him in lane. And he's kind of is really safe. Ult's a wave, can't get dove. And there's Rakan too. So that helps ensure his safety in lane. So Ezreal Rakan, so interesting. Ezreal's by no means a crazy late game scaling champ, but he's solid early and solid in the mid game. And Rakan's a very good teamfight champion, so I'd be curious what they want to draft for synergy with Rakan. Need some follow-up. Jarvan. So Caitlyn Karma. So Caitlyn Karma is a pretty oppressive lane. As we saw, Kiro literally just didn't miss a single mantra Q in game 2 or game 3 last week. Just, I think, was probably 30-0 on mantra Qs. Even solo killed the enemy Zed with that. So that's crazy. Crazy big deal. So in theory, this Caitlyn Karma should have so much pushing power. This Ezreal Rakan are going to be in a world of hurt. We have a Lissandra locked in for the enemy team. So Lissandra is interesting. She's a champ that I know Masaki doesn't like playing against. They targeted 2 mid bans, so they've kind of formulated their draft to pressure mid. So like right now, obviously we know so Jackson, which is Gromp, has some of the most played champs throughout the pro games were Annie and Syndra and Oriana. The only other one is Asol. So they're kind of forcing him to pick Asol, but I'm not sure if that's a good game for Asol yet. Against Xin Zhao, probably not. But we'll see. He's been practicing some other champs, but so far we're seeing kind of a similar draft to what we had last week. But this is the top and mid is where we will definitely see something different because they've banned out a lot of their comfort picks. Victor, let's go. I love Victor. I'm very happy to see that. I only play Victor, so this is exciting for me. Uh, GP might be locked in. Gangplank top against, well, we don't know yet. But Victor's a very, very strong champion right now, if utilized correctly. So Malphite. So GP and a Malphite. Okay. What is that? A leg? What is that emote? I don't know what that is. In chat. Sky Morris. I don't know who that is. But whoever you are, I don't know what the leg is. But yeah, Victor is kind of a lane bully with his laser. You can kind of spam your laser depending on what rune page you take. And kind of make Lysandra looks to spam clear waves and just like try and get some skirmish in which you can ult someone or ult herself. She's very good like setup. So like that's what I was talking about, what we'd see around this Rakan. And so Rakan can like flash W, flash R, get a charm, and then Lysandra ease in and just roots everyone. And it has a pretty good AP ratio, so later on it'll do a ton of damage. And then ult herself, so she just doesn't die. It probably will build Zhonya's too, so you just can't even kill her. So that's that follow-up I was looking for. Malphite, 2. Rakan gets a charm, or Malphite ults, and then Rakan charms. So they have a ton of setup, so it's very easy to just get blown up off this team. Any Malphite ult, and then Xin Zhao dashes in, knocks up. Lysandra goes in, Rakan goes in. So they've got like 3 points of entry. Well, Ezreal can kind of just free hit in the background. So concerning if any of that goes off the rails. But I think the difference here is going to be how much push and kind of power this Caitlyn Karma has, right? So if it's Caitlyn Karma is just like Caitlyn walks up, headshots only, and mantra Qs are just like hitting and hitting and hitting, this Ezreal and Rakan are actually going to be really chunked and not going to have a lot of pressure, which allows this Jarvan to just be able to have a little bit more assertive of an early game over this Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao and Jarvan are very similar champions in terms of like the way they want their game to go. Not only do they're like both Demacia, whatever, but they kind of have very similar ways of how they want the game to go. So the difference maker can be, well, would this Caitlyn Karma lane get ahead, right? Because if Rakan gets a W off on Caitlyn and she has to flash early, it's actually pretty unfortunate because any CC from Lysandra later that they can take advantage of with Xin Zhao is probably will mean the death of Caitlyn. So they have to make sure they push while also staying safe. But this Victor is definitely going to outscale the Lysandra. Depending on the way the laning phase goes, this Victor will be a very strong mid and late game champion. Right now, what I build on Victor is Lichbane and Shadowflame, and this is not a bad game for it at all. I'm very curious to what Gromp will build. But Victor has very, very good tools to just one-shot someone. Just wipe them off the map. Like this Ezreal, depending on what this Ezreal builds, like no Maw later, if Ezreal face checks a Bliss with Victor or gets caught, Victor RQ autos, dead. Right? Gone. Ezreal doesn't even have time to E away. And he can't, even if he does, because the Q is point and click and then that's an auto attack. So, and that's it. He's dead. So, the Victor has crazy tools later. The ult in team fights, just chewing away on people's health. The laser to poke. So, this team wants to engage, but if PSU doesn't give them a good avenue to engage and just looks for a Caitlyn headshot with RFC, poke, Karma, Montracue, poke, Victor, lasers, poke, right? When they go in, they're all at half health and they can get blown up. So that's the way that they're looking to. Whoa, why did everything just go black? Okay, we're back. I don't know what that was. Alright, let's get rid of this thing. Put up the scoreboard. It's like stuttering. I don't know why it's doing that, but how do I turn on the objective timers again? Okay. We got Rakan dancing in the bush. Yeah, it's like stuttering. I don't know why it's doing that. Nothing changed from last week, so. We got Gangplank. So GP also scales really well too. Obviously, Barrel can, take 3/4 of the health off this Ezreal and Rakan later. No leash on bot lane. They're looking for a cheese. So, let's see if they walk up for this. Could be catastrophic. Okay, Montracue lands and ends up salvaging that fight, taking a little bit of the health off Ezreal, so it's not a complete horror. But, yep, that's the benefit you get from Xin Zhao starting on Raptors. He started on Raptors right here. So, Victor and Lissandra battling it out. Wave getting pushed into GP a little bit. It's a good thing. Gangplank did not push out too far because Xin Zhao would have an opportunity to walk right up and probably burn his flash. He's still going to walk up there right now. Yeah, nothing here. He's going to look for an invade. He knows Jarvan's going to be on blue buff right about now. And there he is. Xin Zhao probably wins this. But Victor's here. W lands down from Victor, forcing him away. The Q. The standard's down. Xin Zhao flashes traded. Gangplank gets the first blood with the Q. The Thralls are about slowing him, can't get away, and there's a kill from Malphite. That's why I was talking about Lissandra. Has extremely high team fighting prowess because anytime Lissandra is getting a takedown on someone, they come back to life as one of those frozen thralls, and those thralls just kind of slow and make it so, and no one can run away, and then they explode for a ton of damage. They actually are one of her primary damage sources. So very quickly, one person gets blown up, two people, the thralls spread out, and just actually you can't win the team fight anymore because you've lost half your health from a thrall. So Xin Zhao's not clearing bot side. By the way, bot is up against the close to the tower here. So Xin Zhao has an opportunity to walk up, so they have to be very careful here. They know. You see they're uncomfortable. They're not walking up too far. They're just trying to only walk up for last hits. Lysandra TP'd back mid. Victor pinged that. She has red buff, so she can trade aggressively, which is unfortunate for Victor. But Victor finds a way to get a good base timing off, and he'll TP back. GP's out. Jarvan looking to find a base. Lissandra tried to drag the wave, but I don't think it worked. Yeah, no freeze. Good. Let's check picking on bot. So, Ezreal's up a little bit of CS, but they're basing right now, so there's an opportunity to get this wave pushed out. But it's not in a great place. They have to get this out, but Ezreal brought TP. I didn't even realize. But honestly, thinking about this, if Ezreal in this matchup is just going to be AFK farming, bringing TP is probably a good idea. Because look, he would have missed his entire wave, and he just TP'd and got it, furthering his CS lead, where he would have actually fell behind and been on par with Caitlyn. So, this is a big deal. Jarvan stole a Grubbington, I think. Lissandra's going to take the E. Archon gets the W. So, support roamed after that base timing and bot, and they did not heed that. They did not heed the Rakan getting a timing off on that base. So Ezreal TP'd back. He's safe. Ezreal's very safe, which is why a lot of people and compositions like to play this. It allows Rakan to go roam up for Herald, go roam up for Grubs, and he just can't die. He's flashy. His E is blink, and he has an ult to ult a wave to clear it if he's trying to get dove. He's very, very, very safe. And he brought TP, so he TP'd to catch the wave and didn't miss a single thing, and while his support went up and forced them off of the Grubs. So we still did manage to get one Grub, so it's actually not the end of the world. Looks like Victor just got ulted by Lissandra, but managed to get away the Xin Zhao ability. I don't even know his W. Wind become lightning. Missed, which is why Victor was able to stay alive. And now Xin Zhao's heading straight bot. And it looks like the knock-up from his passive is going to kill Masaki. Kill Jarvan. Karma had to flash the Ezreal ult. And GP ulted down to help out. You're going to get a free dragon off this. Ezreal's going to trade. Not through the Karma Shield. Well, PTA procs, and it does get through the Karma Shield. Pretty unfortunate there, but yeah, this is a problem that's going to only grow larger and larger throughout the game. Is Ezreal just being on spikes faster than Caitlyn. So we'll see how this pans out. Obviously, that's an unfortunate death. So I believe that's Xin Zhao's passive. No, it's not his passive. What's the thing that everything attacks knocks up? His Q. Okay, his Q. Lissandra getting vision. She sees him on red. He's going to take red a little bit farther back. Hopefully to get stolen. So Victor on both on last chapter. She's got a Phoenix Codex a little farther ahead because she got a kill. But Victor's got at least one kill participation, which is good for his Glorious Evolution passive, which evolves his abilities. Once he gets his E evolve, his wave clear is very, very strong and much stronger than Lissandra's. They see Commer coming mid because of this ward. Ezreal doesn't feel like getting the pink there. That's okay. So bot takes a base, but they have superior wave clear, so this wave is actually going to get dropped. They see Rakan on vision. Lissandra's just trying to get this wave out. She's chunked. Victor's a little bit behind on CS. There's his wave clear. His E evolve is up. This is big. He's going to be able to force the Lissandra out farther. Not going to get pushed in as much. Rakan sees this. He knows Xin Zhao's by, trying to get something. The W hits from Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao flashes, ult, knocks up Victor. Victor has no damage right now, and he's dead. No flash. And that's it. Lysandre TP'd in. Oh, yeah, I keep holding tab to pull it up. There is a way to have it up, and it's clicking O, and then I click tab to like look at the scoreboard, and then it goes back away. I don't know why. I have to get my hands off the keyboard. Lysandre pushing out the wave. They're gonna get the grubs uncontested now. Trying to get in the steal, and he's just dead. Charmed, knocked up. Toast. Flashed on the support. Laser coming in. Not enough damage. Cooked. GP is getting cooked too. Rakan stayed knocked up, and it's a horror. So nearly everyone on the Brooklyn team has bounties. Xin Zhao knows he's stronger. He's trying to wait here. He's trying to wait for Jarvan to come and clear his camps. But he's not going to get it. Now they know they're trying to kill this guy. Malphite ults him. And he's dead. Like clockwork. Now I guess it's topside. So right now things are really falling apart and out of control. This team scales. Plymouth team scales pretty hard, but does not matter if they're too far behind. They will not get. They will not be able to get to a point where they're strong in a realistic time frame. This Rakan is everywhere. So, helping every fight, getting knockups, preventing them from stealing the grubs. Similar story to that last time we actually played them. The Rakan was everywhere, and I think this will probably be a ban for next game. Because this Rakan is a very big problem. This guy is definitely a Rakan master, and he is very good at influencing the map and getting his team ahead. Because without Rakan here, there are other champs that can do this, but not as well. And this Rakan has just kind of been to every objective and been to every lane and helped get it ahead. He takes no damage either. At least from Karma. They're looking to fight this. Kaelin's just dead. Has the flash. Gets Rakan W'd. Is okay. Victor ult goes in. Blows up. The thralls are everywhere. Victor gets the shutdown, but Ezreal's here, and the thrall blows up Kaelim. Yeah, just like that. Triple kill. Triple kill on that Lysandre, and Lysandre was the first one dead. So, that's the power of her thralls. They went around and just kind of got her a casual triple kill. And this Ezreal has a 33 CS lead and an Essence Fever. So, pretty strong. So Victor has his Luden's companion, and GP just got dove by 3-man top. Looks like support is going to die too. Yeah. While flashing his mastery on Xin Zhao. He's played a lot of Xin Zhao, obviously. He's got that mastery, 5. Lysandre very low. And Victor killed with Ignite by Rakan. Kaelim looking for ult. Gets the kill. They see them on Herald. They know they're here. Can we fight this? I don't know. I moved the thing again. Whoopsie daisy. Rift Herald is stolen. What has happened to the camera? A good team fight. A good team fight. Rakan almost dead. Too slippery. Too dashing. Can't get him. But we gift the Rift Herald. We have an opportunity to get on lane ahead. They're pinging here. They're pinging a TP flank. They're pinging a TP flank. They don't see it. Support is just roasted. They have to get out. The Herald is being driven the wrong way, but now it's the right way. And they're going to get the tower. Oh my god, what a lap. But in doing this, he's killed himself. And now the E lands the ult on Caitlyn. Caitlyn has no cleanse. She just dies. Victor looking to try and get a wave in mid. The enemy team is pinging the whole time where the waves are, where to be. They're very coordinated. Two levels down up top. 5-0 Malphite. He's got Sunfire. Lissandra's looking, waiting. No, there's no vision. Lissandra's about to show up. The Malphite ult does half their health as a tank. Build, tank, do damage. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Caitlyn looking for an ult. It does no damage against the full armor Malphite. Gets rid by the Caitlyn trap. The damage is here. Lissandra ults the burn. Has to flash. Jarvan gets the Malphite. Big bounty to Jarvan. And Caitlyn kills Lissandra. A huge avenue back into this game. Shutdowns galore. Victor is just getting pounded. Ezreal ult comes through, goes wide. Xin Zhao W dodged. Rakan W hits. And he's dead. Ezreal's off the wire. 50 CS lead 4-0. Can base on Mermana for sure. Well, what's the grub doing? Little grubby. So GP gets top turret thanks to the Herald. So 250 extra gold to the team. That they're still down 5k gold, so it's gonna be tough. This Drake is up. Gonna be soul point if they get this. That's important dragon to get, but it's a very tough fight. Right, we have we don't have Jarvan ult. They have every ult. They got flashes in all their carries except Lissandra, and we don't have Jarvan ult. We don't have flashes on 4 of our people. We only have flash on Caitlyn. Xin Zhao gets cut out by the E. Malphite flanks behind, gets the ult. One shots to Caitlyn as a tank, and Lissandra gets the rest of the damage. Ezreal comes through to so much damage, and Ezreal Q dead. So this dragon was not even a fight. It kind of just fell apart before it even started. Lissandra just is everywhere. So much power on this pick. Trying to move around just so hard. Lissandra can get on you, root you, and kill you. This Malphite's too tanky. Has too much engage. The Rakan is everywhere. He's engaging. So it's very tough. Very tough. We're so back. Yeah, we're so back, and then we're so not back. League of Legends is giveth, and League of Legends taketh. Lissandra takes a tower shot. GP ulting, about to try and get this. Victor getting it. Victor is about to hit his next evolve. He's got 2 evolves. He's about to get his 3rd evolve. So, this Victor is strong. This will be definitely an avenue into their late game. He's building Lich Bane. Like I said, this Lich Bane build on Victor is crazy. Catch anyone. This Ezreal. He can one-shot this Ezreal. Although he's pretty behind, so might not be as easy, but this Victor has the potential, once he gets some items, to just blow up. Blow up this Ezreal. But you still got Malphite, Xin Zhao, and Lissandra to worry about, so they've kind of got this. Because they're so far ahead, it's like a quadruple threat comp right now. There's no one threat. They see them. They got vision. Look at this. Look at this board right here. It sees 4 paths through the jungle. They know he's here. They ping it. Piltover Peacemaker goes wide. Rakan escaping the Mantra Q second damage. Baron coming. Baron's swimming up the river right about now. There he is. They're pinging. They're pinging back here. They see him on vision. They got vision everywhere. Malphite. On vision, though. Looking for a flank. Just came through on the Hex Gate. But look at this. They have vision here. Here. Can't TP the ward down there, but... Look at this. Look at this Lysandra flank. They don't know she's here. Now they do. She can go over this wall and just root 4 people. She's on vision, but... Huge spot, but, you know, your little cheap trick won't work this time. So, we almost got an ARAM game, but looks like it had to be postponed. Malphite is waiting for someone to come down here and try and get this wave. He's smart. He knows this. They're going to try and dive this. He's looking. He's got the finger on the trigger. He really wants to press R. Really wants to press R. Victor's just going to collect the wave down here. Lysandra's going to come push out again. Try and maybe catch him. Who knows? We're kind of just got this, like, standoff right now. No one wants to make the move, but a move needs to be made. Malphite walking up. There's the ult. Blown up. Rakan gets charm on everyone. W on everyone. Oh my god. They're able to turn it around. This guy is getting blown up. They were able to... Jarvan ulted and caged multiple people. He caged Rakan and Xin Zhao together after going all in, which allowed them to blow them up. Obviously, Rakan has 27 dashes, so he got out. But Xin Zhao doesn't have that, so was not able to do that. He doesn't have 27 dashes. He only has 10. So he wasn't able to make it out. And they were able to make that a 1-for-1. A 1-for-1 being behind almost 7,000 gold is pretty damn good. In games like this, when you're behind, grouping and trying to get anyone, any kills, any objectives, any towers, is extremely important. Grouping to get this Ezreal and picking him off the best you can is extremely important. He's 70 CS up over Caitlyn, and he's probably got 3 items in base. He's got a 700 gold bounty. Off the rails. Right? Off the rails. So, getting that 1k gold to Victor, getting that 1k gold to Gangplank, there's a pause. Oh my god. AD emergency. What did I just do? Oh, look at this. Look at this cool menu. AD emergency. So apparently their Ezreal has an emergency. Well, uncertain about the situation. But just emergency, sorry. What the hell? Wonder if his like dorm fire alarm went off or something. Okay. We have a message. It's on pause. We're back. The emergency has been thwarted. Here we go. Alright. And the game is frozen. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened there. Where's the pause? What is pause? P? Yeah, I didn't click P, so not my fault. they're they're looking for Baron. I mean that's obvious. They're trying to look for Baron. They're trying to look for Soul. They're trying to figure out, and they can just force a fight, and we can't even contest it. So Karma getting caught, has to flash out. Victor gets a laser. Death Ray. They're gonna start up the Hextech Drake. They get the best soul in the game. They get Hextech Dragon, Hextech Soul. Kind of unfortunate. GP ult comes in to try and just whatever, you know. Saki's going in. He's gonna get blown up, and he's cooked. Oh, there comes the Malphite ult. Oh my god. And they're all dead. Lysandra Malphite, Root, ult, cooked, dead. Absolute evisceration. Yeah. This game is over now. They're gonna get Baron and push out in a couple waves and end. It looks like unless a miracle can happen and we can get a really good engage or fight. What is this? Get out of here. Mm. Big cannon acquisition. And my screen went black. Okay, so the game ended. So it did that thing where like it tells me the game ended. I love that. I love that feature. Okay. Well, we know in 3 minutes the game ends, so we will spend our next 3 minutes wisely. It looks like Malphite's coming to crap on GP. Hextech Soul procced. He can't run. Look at that. Look at that tank damage. Oh my god. Look at that. Look at that. Big damage. Big tank damage. Okay. Here comes... Oh, Lysandra gets blown up with Seekers. Doesn't feel like using it. Hand diff. Piltover Peacemaker acquires the cannon. Huge. Things are looking up. Damn, that is a rolled hit. Oh, Malphite's stunned. He doesn't even care. Will he die? The death ray goes wide, but the Q auto gets him. Xin Zhao's here. He places down the gravity field. Xin Zhao flashes it, uses W, gets the Q knockup. He's dead. Like wind and lightning. Trying to get a barrel ready to one-shot this. Oh, the Lysandra took 5 damage. And he's in W's. The ult damage is huge. Rakan's getting charms. Ezreal is free hitting. And they're all dead. The thralls are everywhere. Jarvan's rooted. And so is Karma. And it is a pretty one-sided battle at pretty much every point in the game. There are a couple avenues where we had a couple big shutdowns and moments. But obviously, some changes that will need to be made going into game 2. I suspect I will fairly certain we'll see a Karma ban and Ezreal too. Ezreal's a very good. Ezreal's a very good champ in games like this. He's very, 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 very easy to just sit down in the bot lane and let him just sit down there and do whatever the hell he wants the whole game. Just farms, and then against squishier comps like that, he can just go crazy. Rakan gets in there. So I would very, 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 very much expect a Rakan ban in the next game. And if not, they're just gonna lock Rakan into the same thing. So unless we have a different strategy to counter that, I would hope we ban it. But we could save a ban for something else if we find a way to pick a support that can match the roaming power and try and counteract that. Because Comrade doesn't have that power. So alright, we're on red side now. I'm out of water. Not good. Tentacle meme. I really want to join. Want to join their team. Just play. Looks like they're switching. Okay. He went back in and played the rest of that game? I'm confused. I don't know. Something must have went wrong and they were waiting for the... But... Alright, that's crazy. That is horrible. Well... Now they've got... They got a sub in. So I don't know who their sub is. So Princeton was the Rakan from last game. Sam was the jungler. Philly, Mr. Phil, was their top. So Sam's the middle laner. So Taylor is their Phil. So another diamond into carry. So we get no breaks. But obviously the other Katie was better because he was on the starting roster, and this one was the sub. So maybe this person's a little bit worse, and we'll get a little bit of a break. But who knows? I don't know. Otherwise, going into this game, the draft's going to be probably a little bit different, and excited yet again to see how things go. And we're in draft. Phil hashtag Gaga is banning. So they really don't want Jace. I would expect to see similar bans from them, but I'm not sure about PSU. PSU banning all the exact same things might be tough. Yeah, so they're gonna take away Xin Zhao. That's why I say adapting the bans to help mix up their strategy, so they can't just do the same thing again. And on their side, they can just ban the same stuff, because whatever, we crushed them, right? I mean, nothing they picked was a problem, so we're not worried, right? So they realize this jungler is actually goated, and they're gonna target him a little bit more, right? Taking away Shakeout and Xin Zhao. We'll see. So first pick's coming through on blue side here. Wonder what they're gonna pick. So first pick Rakan. So PSU. So we're not banning Rakan. So this means we're gonna draft something to counter Rakan, or match his roaming and engage power. Lissandra support is a big counter to this, locking him down. But Zyra also is just another lane bully, which might help. Like last game with Karma, just poking and trying to get these guys behind in lane. Obviously, last game it didn't work. Rakan just roamed, and the Ezreal was allowed to do whatever he wanted. So this will have to be something different, right? So they're hoping that this Caitlyn Zyra will be able to have lane pressure in a way that last game didn't. So we'll see how that goes. They are probably just gonna draft the same stuff. I mean, that's what I suspected. It worked, right? So they're gonna draft a lot of the same things. Obviously, they can't draft Xin Zhao, and they might not pick Malphite again, depending on the top matchup. But in terms of Lissandra, I'd be curious to know if they'll pick Lissandra again. They might not. Twisted Fate. So basically, so TF is just gonna ult everywhere. Gonna be a problem. So they even have more roaming. So Rakan TF are gonna be everywhere. And so right now we don't have anything to deal with that. That problem right there is not that big of a problem if the Caitlyn Zyra just gets really ahead, right? So Ezra has the base, he gets poked out, hits the Blizz Flash, right? He gets poked out, loses the wave, they get ahead, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's how this is supposed to run. That's the power of this Caitlyn Zyra, Caitlyn Karma. But the downside is that because they're drafting Ezreal Rakan, Ezreal just sits in lane and is able to chill. Urgot ban, interesting. Well, Rakan goes up and it gets a big engage and turns the tides on two Greb fights and a Rift Herald fight. But Jarvan taken away. So we're going to have to see what we got now. Lilia. Yeah, so the jungler plays a lot of Lilia. I do know that. So we have 3 target bans on Lilia, 2 target bans on top. So we're not worried about mid or bot. Only top and jungle. Bel'Veth taken. Bel'Veth taken away. Taken away from Misaki. One of his favorite picks. The purple creature. The purple beast. There's a Mumu. So this Mumu basically means Ezreal's gonna take cleanse and not TP. If he takes TP, it's actually turbo ego, and he's like, I'm just never gonna hit because I'm that goated. Oh my god! This is the Omega dive comp. Anyone exists on Vision, they're cooked. Malphite again. Obviously, Malphite worked. Absolute Thanos. Absolute Thanos pick. So now, Ezreal has global ult, which might help. But Rakan's roaming. TF ults on someone, and the yellow cards them. And Nocturne ults someone, they're just dead. Dead. Right. Anyone except... So, of the 4 people we've drafted, Zyra, Kaylin, and Orianna will get 1 shot off the map. So Mundo, a tank pick into Malphite is good. So a Mundo provides a great front line for these people to play behind, which is good. Helped eat up. This helps counter this engage. So like right, I just said that, right? So Nocturne goes in. Nocturne, TF ult, and Rakan roaming plus an Ezreal global ult. Someone's instantly blown up. But now you have a Mumu, right? So Nocturne blasts itself in. TF ult ports in. But Amumu is old, right? Amumu has 2 Qs. So obviously Nocturne has Spell Shield, but if you hit a Q on Nocturne and then an ult or something, Nocturne can kind of get blown up, and after, like, so he goes in, and Amumu kind of is tanky, so he can't get blown up. So they're not going to be diving the Mundo or Amumu. not later, but this Mumu has potential to kind of like, you know, whoosh, fend off a potential attack like this. But I can see what they're going for, right? You could very easily tell. They're like, okay, they want TF to just port on Kaylin, right? They see Kaylin farming bot wave, TF just ports on Kaylin, and Nocturne ults in, and she's just dead, right? Gone, and this free dragon. So like that's and as an ADC player, seeing Twisted Fate and Nocturne in the same game is like, oh. And the last thing, the final piece in that puzzle would win if they locked in Shen. Then it's actual like just like whatever, just forfeit the game. But this makes it really tough to like just exist. But thankfully we have a Mumu and Mundo, which are two champions that have solid damage, but big armor, health pools, able to just eat damage. A Mumu, big ball delivery system for Orianna, right? So Orianna gets 2-3 items, puts the ball in a Mumu, and he Qs in, R's in, or flashes in, then R's. That means no one can flash away from Orianna ult, right? If they get hit by the Q, through 2, 3, 4-man stun, Curse of the Sad Mummy, that means Orianna's shockwave just can evaporate health bars. And then Zyra ult, right? Zyra ult goes off. So it's like, PSU is a good setup too. But they have to be careful. They have to be careful, because this Rakan, we saw Rakan everywhere last game, right? We saw how good they used vision and TPing towards behind everyone, right? They have to be careful. They have to be careful to not just get picked and then just get picked and picked until they're down 5k gold and they can't. They're so far ahead they can't fend off and engage like their team is supposed to, right? So that's what they have to be careful of. If they hold their ground in lanes and only get picked a couple times or able to, if they get picked they trade back a kill or whatever, it's great. But I can see this very easily snowballing out of control from just roam to TF ult to TF ult to Nocturne ult and getting out of control. But conversely, the same way for PSU. If a Mumu gets a big engage and they get a big ace, big 4 kills on a dragon fight, it's tough for them. Right? It's tough for Brooklyn. So they have a tough time if we get ahead too. So I'm excited to see how this goes. I love that timer is just wrong. I love that it's like at 20 seconds and we go in. Like, what's the point of having the timer have 20 seconds left on it if it's not actually 20 seconds? Okay, I don't know why I'm looking at his mastering, but we got a different Ezreal skin, and look at that, Ezreal cleanse, knew it. So we got a different Ezreal skin, Conqueror Ezreal instead of PTA. Interesting. I wonder why. I don't think I've ever seen that Caitlyn skin. Lunar Wraith Caitlyn. Oh my god. The greatest YouTube video ever. Yep. We're loading forever. I don't know what happened. Unable to download spectator data. The game will now exit. Thank you, Riot. Thank you, Riot. What do you mean you're unable to download? They gave up. They forgot how to do it. Alright, we're getting back in there now. We better. Here we go. We're back. Alright. It's not working again, I think. Well, unlucky. Rito, please. Yeah. I've never had this happen before. I've never had this happen where the spectator just gives up. It's like, yeah, I don't really feel like spectating, you know? We're in. We are in. We're probably 10 minutes behind right now, okay? They might finish the game. I don't even. They're in the other room, and they might finish the game, go home, and have dinner, and I'm still spectating. All right. Look at this guy. He's gonna dance on Rakan again in the bush. Nope. Oh, weird. What is going on here? We have vision. We have a ward. What is that word? It's like a chicken. It's a chicken with a pizza around its head. Twisted Fate. No cheese this time. Big first strike damage. Giant gold lead already accrued. I don't think Princeton. I don't think this is Rakan knows this ward in this bush, so he's trying to get in there and catch him off guard, but they already are on him. How's mid? They're trading like crazy. Pretty evenly. Oh, Mr. Camera's losing it. The ball. Can I click on the ball? No. So as expected, bot gets pushed in pretty hard. They're not too chunked. A lot of poke isn't landing. But they have the push early. 8 CS to 8 CS, pretty even. Ezreal Q lands. Holy moly. Looking for the yellow card. Stunned. Gets the fleet healing. Gets the fleet healing off that. Gets the cannon. We're back. Gets the QW and an auto. Shields the damage from the wild cards. Yeah, the wild cards. Look at that. Gets another QW. Dude, it's awesome. We literally have Faker. And he's the next upcoming prodigy on our team. Malphite forced to TP back to catch the wave. Gets a Kindle. Not a Kindle gem. A Ruby Crystal. Same thing. Mumu getting top grab. Ball line pretty even. Nocturne's on vision. Mumu looking. This TF is playing like he's afraid. He's afraid. He's going to fear him. Turns immediately on a TF hitting Q. And Orianna flashes with the Q auto and gets him. Nocturne has lethal tempo stacked, so he's going to be able to shred through this. Will Orianna be able to get the kill? The Q gets the kill. Huge double kill on Orianna now. TF TP's back. She can't stay and push the wave out to get a good base, so she's going to back and TP anyway. Has to blow flash for that, but so does TF. Huge kill for Orianna this early on in this game. Malphite going to solo kill. Solo bolo. Dr. Mundo in the top lane. Good thing Sheepy did not use TP earlier, or else he would not be able to TP and get this wave. So, Orianna TPing back with an entire lost chapter is so huge in this lane, where she's going to be able to just use Airy to just Q, QW, 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 and mow this TF down, hurting his potential to port around the map, right? He can't port if he's at half health. Quarter health. He's going to get blown up. So, enemy bot lane is basing. So, they're going to push out this wave and try and get a base timer of their own. Orianna also got red buff from that exchange, so she can trade aggressively. Nocturne got grubs. Dr. Mundo is investigating, and he is forced to study abroad. So early triple grub from Brooklyn. Oh my god, the camera, why does it do that? Losing its mind. Orianna should be good at TF. Orianna's terrible win rate. Yeah, she used to be, she was really good last season, and she took a hit this season. But she definitely is okay into TF because he's pretty close range, so she's really easy for her just to perma ball on him. Look at that, the ult. Even now, she has so much damage. She can run him down. I mean, he has no flash, so 3-0. Easy. Easy, right? Grob knows the limits of this champion. So, Nocturne's not 6. But he needs to be careful here. Bots rotating up. They're moving around. They need to make sure. He's got a target on his head now, so needs to stay alive, you know. And he's biggest prospect, right? So TF just used all. He's gonna port on top of her. He's gonna attack. Nocturne just at 6. They're gonna dive. Huge coordination, huge play. Yep. That's what happens. I just mentioned it. Nocturne wasn't 6, and but he was close. So that sucks. So TF gets that. Or did TF get that, or did TF did get that. Shoot. Well, doesn't have TP back to get this wave, so drops a wave, but still has 3 kills. But it's not as huge now. And that right there is what I talked about in draft. TF presses R, reveals everyone, and just ports on someone, and then Nocturne comes, and they're dead. Like, that's it. That's all she wrote, right? Amumu lands. This TF has no flash. He should just die. Ezreal ults, hits, but doesn't do any damage. Orianna has ult, but they're doing the dragon. Not even doing the dragon. They're just walking away. Amumu's too low. So TF really getting abused without this flash. Got run down by Orianna. Now gets hit with the Mumikyu. It doesn't have TP. He's going to lose a wave. Orianna will catch up and farm. But this is what I'm talking about. Need to be very careful in this game. Cannot base here. Right? Can't base here. Have to base under tower. And if you're on vision, Nocturne can ult you. Right? So TF gives vision of all the enemies in the range or on the entire map. And then Nocturne can ult to them because it's revealed. That was clean. Top lane. Mundo is playing too aggro. Yeah, it might have been too ambitious early. Malphite has some pretty good damage with the Bomby Center, and Malphite's just still taking 2 damage, you know. But Mundo definitely becomes more of a behemoth later. He gets the ult, just eradicates Sheepy. Mumu gets the Q. Will he survive? Yeah. He makes it out. He doesn't want to get Nocturne doesn't want to chase that even though he has lethal tempo stacked because Mimu can Q him again and then he's stunned under tower and he'll die. Oriana trying to catch up in CS. Still about 15 CS behind his TF. TF's building Lich Bane, so he's going one shot TF. So yeah, TF ports on someone and gets blue card with his stack deck. He will one shot someone. Pick a card, any card, blue card with stack deck, and they're dead. Right? How? There's a way to look at the gold in each role. They're gonna try and fight this Herald, so or not the Herald, the Grub. So I'll look at it after. They're gonna force Nocturne off. They arrive first, but they have Malphite, no ult. Nocturne doesn't have ult, and TF does have ult, but I don't think they're gonna fight it. You know, they're just not in the position to do so. So PSU is gonna get 2 grubs. Neither team gets the little actual grub creatures, but at least they prevent the Brooklyn from getting them. So let's check bot. 15 CS difference, not too bad, much better than last game. Grub burn is gonna help take this tower down to 2 plates. So this is what I was talking about. We wanted this bot lane to get ahead and have them kind of chunked. Obviously, always under their tower, unable to roam, unable to let this Rakan roam, and that's just it. This Rakan has been under tower all game, trying to prevent his Ezreal from getting just destroyed. So he's not been able to. He's not been able to roam and impact the map. So I said, if we're not banning Rakan, we have a way to counter him. And look at that, the poke lands and starts chunking the Ezreal. So this is working so far, which is good. It's a button. Character menu, objective timers, time controls, team player UI, scoreboards, items. Yeah, this. This is what I was talking about. So I wanted to look at gold in mid. So here's the thing. So I wanted to look at. Okay, well we have something to do, but if you look at mid gold, TF's up 500 gold because he's got 10 more CS, but because of his passive, I think it's the gambler. I think it's called like the gambler's thing or the. Whatever the whatever. He like rolls a dice. Loaded dice, yeah, the dice. So he gets extra money every time he last hits. And that already, I mean, how much has he gone from it? Yeah, 427 gold. So that's the gold difference in the mid lane right now. That plus the kill. So that basically, despite being 3-1, the shutdown he gave. They tried to dive bot, didn't work. Get a big trade, but despite being 3-1, he's actually behind because of that passive in the shutdown. Momo hits the Q on TF, has the flash. Has the flash. Next Q kits, he ults him. Oriana hits the Q. Ults unnecessarily, but works. So TF blows flash. Flashless TF is just sitting duck for Mumu to just bandage toss. So now look at the gold. Still up 200. Still up 200, but that's because it's passive. Loaded dice, so. Nocturne knows that Mumu's going to clear his bot side, so he just goes over and steals his Raptors. Pretty annoying, but. Everyone's going out. Yeah, good gank. Yeah, no, it was a good gank. Was a good gank. Mumu hit the Q, Q'd the minion, and then ulted. And TF had to blow his flash, so. Very good. So, Rakan just pinged wait for TFR. I don't even know what Twisted Fate's ult is called. What is that called? Destiny. So, they're waiting for Twisted Fate ult for something. I don't know what, but they're at least pinging it. They're acknowledging it. They want to try and utilize it when it's up. Clearing our vision. Malphite's 3-1. She beat out the Moonfire. Hollow Radiance. It's not Hollow Radiance, it's Moonfire. So, can a Mumu kill Malphite here? Maybe, but here comes Nocturne. Whole team's here. And the Mumu's dead. TF ult. Here comes the TF ult. They're gonna dive him? They're gonna continue? No. So, TF blew ult. But now they kind of have a Herald secured. Let's look about Organa's matching. TF in the bot lane. So he's building rapid fire canning, I believe what that is. Get extra range on his blue card, trying to one-shot someone. Flashing the mastery. Canceling base. TF has no vision on any of these bushes, so I think he wants to try and catch him. They're just farming. Now she's gonna find the base. Marvel at that. He's carrying the Scuttle Crab. Mountain Drake is up in 30 seconds, so 20 actually. He's second Drake for PSU, so might be able to make some play here. Twisted Fate will not really have ult beforehand. Nocturne will. Everyone will, except Twisted Fate. It's gonna be close. Actually, I think he will. What is the cooldown? Yeah, he'll have it by the time we start this. So he can still reposition in the fight pretty well. They're going to summon the Herald to try and get bot tier 1 or mid tier 1 down right before the dragon. So that way, if PSU wants to fight dragon, they have to push out mid wave first. So they have to sit here and push out mid wave, or else they're going to lose it. So everyone's here. So it's 5v5. Mundo's flanking behind. Malphite ults into the backline. TF trying to look to reposition. Flash blown. Sour ult goes up. Nocturne's almost dead. Gets Twisted Fate yellow carded. Down. Ezreal Q. Lands. Amumu. Dead. This Malphite cannot die. And Mundo goes down. And look at this Malphite. This Malphite's insane. 5-1 Malphite. And as PSU gets absolutely aced. 5 for none. 5 for nothing. Why is Mundo not first iteming Heartsteel? I don't know. I do not know. I know, Malphite does exclusively magic damage, I think, for most of his stuff, so that might be why, as well as TF has a bunch of magic damage, but the Swifties are a little interesting, too. I don't know. I can't comment on the building. I'm not building the champ, right? If I went and played Mundo in this game, I'd probably run it down so hard that, I probably would have had our inhibitor by now, so I can't talk, but maybe this is the tech. This has got to be some new tech. That hurts. Yeah, that was a tough fight. That's the problem. Their team fighting is so good, so Malphite obviously just hit ult. He got a 3-man ult. Twisted Fate was able to reposition and stop Orianna from killing. Stop Orianna from killing Nocturne. And obviously the Nocturne blind just made it really hard to just do anything. Maybe to counter Malphite Q. The slow. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's like the only slow they have. I mean, like, Nocturne slows a little bit, but I guess Twisted Fate's red card slows, but Zyra gets hit by a charm, and so does Caitlyn. Caitlyn gets ulted by Malphite and is dead. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. In draft, it's really easy just for anyone to pick, and then Malphite ults or Nocturne ults. I mean, Nocturne needed an ult. Nocturne actually held his ult. He's like, nah, I don't need an ult. Nah, I'd win. Why can't he just kill them? So Shibi has to run here because the gun doesn't get feared and gets Rakan W, and I think he'll die. Yep. And yeah, the power of their team and Malphite, like Nocturne, like I said, did not ult that fight. He could have. He was farming up here. He could have just ulted in, but didn't even need to. He trusted that Malphite's damage would be enough alongside the Ezreal to blow up. Okay, Ezreal almost getting through the Amumu shield. Almost. Yeah, and so this Malphite is Canic Rooker, so he will take 0 magic damage. Nocturne ulting and just wiping Sire off the map. Didn't even have time to pan down for that one. Yeesh. Yeah, this Malphite can probably, like, an ult plus his auto reset on W or whatever, plus a Q can probably do the half health with Orianna and Galen. Maybe 3/4. Oh, Kaylin didn't attack the plant and gets W and she's dead. Memu looking to get in. Gets the Orianna ball. Big Orianna ult. Ezra has to blow flash. Gets charmed by Rakan. Malphite has to ult the Orianna, and here it is. Orianna just does no damage to him, and he does a billion damage to her. Build tank, do damage. But he's forced to run. He's 1v4. He's gonna actually go away. He's actually gonna get away. But that's because PSU is just gonna force Baron. We're gonna force Baron. TF ports, he sees us on it, he's gonna go up trying to look to one-shot someone. One-shots Orianna. Bye-bye. Dies for it. Mundo gets the item. Mundo gets the bounty. He stops him on Baron, but here's Malphite. We'll be able to kill Malphite. They're gonna slowly get him down. Ace in the hole coming through from Kaylin helps with some damage. He's gonna kill. Flash heal from Kaylin. Able to save Kira's life. But that's how tanky the Malphite is. And now he's building a Negatron, and he's going to build another MR item. So, yeah. The most fed member of this team, which is this Orianna, will never, ever in a million years do any damage to harm this Malphite. But the Malphite will do enough damage to hurt her. Kaelin caught farming mid. 100-0 by Malphite. By Nocturne. God, I keep messing up the names. Ori is still lucky to be alive. Oop, she died, yeah. TF flashed with blue card to get her. But, yep, that's what I was talking about. I literally used that as an example. Caitlyn farming got bot. I used that as bot, but going out, TF ults or Nocturne ults, and she's dead. So, now they have a free dragon. What the heck is this item? I need to spare. I don't even know what the hell that item is. TF's gonna get caught on blue here. Gets away, but he's not gonna get the blue. Damn, he really wants the blue. They want to collapse on Orianna and Orianna. Why do I keep saying Malphite? Orianna and Dr. Mundo on the top side. Orianna's just, yeah, she's dead. Wow, the ult didn't even do enough damage to get to the Canic Record Shield. If you're not playing a tank in League of Legends Season 14, what are you doing, man? Anyway, they're going to get the Baron up for free now. They blew a lot of their ults, so they might be able to have an opportunity, but they're just going to try and get this mid-tier one first. Yeah, I mean, Malphite's just in them, sitting there. He's just gonna solo kill Caitlyn. Look at this. Can't even move. Dead. Okay. Well, TF got the last hit. Zyra ult goes in. Amumu goes in with the ult. Damage comes through. They're cleaning up. TF gets the double kill. Mundo with Ghost might be able to kill TF. Looking on it. TP coming in from Oriana. Still not even through the Canic Rickrun shield. There it goes. Malphite. Grasp proc. Mundo still ghosted. Spell shield's up. There's a blast plant here. Blast plant for a free getaway. 2 tanks, 0 frozen hearts. I don't even know if frozen hearts is a good item anymore. I mean, I would say that frozen heart is not a good item on Mundo because the enemy AD threat is an Ezreal, and Ezreal doesn't even attack that fast. Oh, he's just dead here, isn't he? Oh, holy moly. Because Frozen Heart slows the attack speed. But Ezreal obviously doesn't care about attack speed, it's just Q. So I don't know if it's that good of a purchase on Mundo, but on Malphite, that makes sense against Caitlyn, but I don't know. Maybe there's tech that's better. Obviously, I know right now his Sunfire has done 5,000 damage because he's just sitting in melee range of everyone and it's proccing. And now this guy has so much MR that I think Oriana couldn't kill him if he just stood there. Shut down Nocturne TF. Yeah, I mean, the Nocturne for sure. I mean, the Nocturne has the 80, and he's like all about like attack speed. Oriana flashes, still gets feared, dead. Ezreal ult comes through, kills her. TF ports in. Rakan W flashed by Amumu. Gets stunned, hit back. Twisted Fate goes down from Caitlyn's ace in the hole. Obviously, Twisted Fate doesn't care about attack speed, this build. So that's not really a big of a deal. Rakan getting the W. R flashed into the W. Malphite's here, and they get a re-engage off. Zyra has the R for peel. Malphite's under the tower, killing everyone. He doesn't care. He didn't even get through his magic shield. He stepped on the trap for fun and didn't even get to the... So Sheepy... Oh, wow. Malphite still has ult. Oh, wow, actually, Twisted Fate is building some attack speed. This build is weird. I thought he was just doing blue card one-shot build, but he's not. He's, like, building Shurelya's... This is, like, a weird build. I guess this is, like, you can just, like, chase people down with Shurelya's. So I guess Frozen Heart wouldn't be as bad because he is building Guiznos, so... Ginsu's. But maybe it's just not a good of an item. I don't know. He did build some armor. But obviously that fight was good. And then they got a big re-engage when everyone came in and we kind of got caught with our pants down. So... This game is honestly still quite close. It's only a 3k gold lead. But those picks that I was talking about where Nocturne just ulted to Oriana, and then TF ported in, and they're just kind of like, well, what do I do? That's it. Dragon's coming up. It's Chemtech Soul. They're setting up on it. They got vision. They're all here. PSU's late to the party. Excuse me. So, this is going to be a battle. Going to have to force our way in. But this Malphite is absolutely off the rails. He's building a Sheen item. I wonder if that's Frostborn. Gets the ult on the back line. TF porting behind. Orion goes through. Nocturne goes in. There's the Shurelya's from TF. Caitlyn is just getting solo killed by Malphite. And Masaki's doing big damage. Mundo's through. Zyra got a double kill. Everyone's standing with their plants. Malphite's still alive, but they're getting through. Ezreal's free hitting. Sheepy wants to get this guy out of the fight. He's running at him. Actually, managed to get that fight. Doing well. So, turn that fight around. Actually made it, it looked pretty bad at the beginning. Obviously, we see their setup in the beginning there. Nocturne ults, TF ults, goes to the back line. But Zyra is able to just burn through a lot of their health bars through knocking up in the plants. And Amumu actually does a lot of damage. Like this, yeah, 2,300 damage from this Sunfire. How much? Yeah, do this. Almost 7,000 damage. But yeah, good fight. 10 and 2 Malphite is a yikes. Yeah, this guy is off the rails. I mean, he's once he gets full build, he's only gonna get weaker and weaker. This Caitlyn did get an LDR, which actually helped make this Malphite not just unkillable last fight. But Caitlyn doesn't have lethal tempo. Caitlyn has first strike, so she literally has no attack speed. 15% attack speed from Storm Razor and 35 from Berserkers. What's her attack speed? Yeah, 1.37. So she actually has such a low DPS against Malphite. It's pretty sad. Um, and this Countryside is probably being built into a rapid fire cannon, and that doesn't give much attack speed either. So her DPS on Malphite are not going to be that great. Um, but I mean, that's kind of like Caitlyn is not a really good AD carry to build a ton of attack speed on. She's not a crazy tank shredder. I mean, any AD carry with an LDR that can build crit is like okay, but lethal tempo Caitlyn with like a Kraken Slayer, IE, and our LDR now would do so much more damage against this Malphite, but that's just not the build she went with. But this build's gonna do a lot more damage to this Rakan. Like she just ace and hold this Rakan for like half his health. So that's the power of this build. But Sheepy's getting to the point where he's gonna have he just burns. He's tanks. He's sitting in their faces and doesn't die. Because once he gets his next item and hits level 16, his ult is actually gonna heal him so much in a team fight. The threshold for his ult at level 16. Where let me see. So it's 25% bonus health and regenerates a ton. So they're going all in on Orianna here, who's caught dead. TF ulted, hits the stun card on a Mumu. He's looking to get out. He's not gonna get out. He's toast. So that's 2 for nothing. TF flashes to try and kill Caitlyn, but he did not build the full like one-shot TF build, so he actually does 0 damage. He just tries and chunkered it, so they can't really contest this, and they can't. This is a free Baron, so they're gonna get it. The 3-headed Baron. Alright, Muno's trying to run down the Twisted Fate down here. He should kill him. He has Ghost. He's going to Ghost for it. Misses the Saw Blade. He's going to get him. The burn damage is ticking. Next auto attack procs it. So he had to blow Ghost for that, but now TF is out of the equation. Obviously, there's no objective coming up that they can try and punish with no TF. But this is still a good pick nonetheless because well, they have a little moment to breathe. Like they're not going to get ported on by TF in one shot. No one on their team is building crit. Why did they build random wins? What the heck? WTF? Random wins. Did he build random wins? Who's he ulting on? Ulting on Muno. Muno's dead. So no one on their team is building crit. That is correct. Actually, technically, TF is building RFC, which has crit. So he has blocked a little bit of damage. But this reduces damage of attacks based off your health. So, like, it's not a bad item. But obviously you build it against a crit. And wow, that Zyra is really dead. Amumu's looking to get an ult. This is very Orianna ult misses. TF kills Caitlyn. Orianna has to flash. It's just Amumu and Orianna left. Yeah, random wins is let me be clear. I don't think random wins is bad, but there's probably better armor items. But it's slow and the rock solid negation is not bad. But I mean, let's be clear. He gets blown up all the same by this Malphite and this TF. I mean, sure, it's not bad if you only look at the passive. Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart also has. Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I built it, but We'll never know. But so there it is. We get 2-0'd. First game was a massacre. Second game was a little bit closer until the end, which was nice, but unfortunate. Unfortunate to mm, you get a lot of damage, that's for sure. But well, it is good. I just didn't want to go it when I kind of just get kited out by the Ezra Khan. Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're never gonna get procs against anyone other than what's his face? Malphite. Alright, well, GG's. I will I'll see everyone next week. Back here, same time. And we're gonna win next week. And Mercs is chilling Amunda because of his passive. Oh yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you don't need any more tenacity. You have your passive. So that makes sense. Look at that. Destroyed by facts and logic. Alright, I'm out here.